Hi Capricorn, this is Kelly with Ascension Heights Tarot. I wanted to pull a quick read for you guys and go over it with you quickly. I shuffled the cards really well and now I've laid them out and meditated on them so I could tell you what it was that was happening and the best possible outcome is. I also pulled your house card and your planet card. Kind of what we're going to be going over today is an area of your life that is overwhelming to you. And that you just kind of feel like you need to relinquish your control over to the higher power for with getting more information, understanding, and knowledge regarding it. So when I pulled your cards, the crowning card on this is the overall energy of the card is the Devil in reverse, but it's upside down. What this card tells me is that the overall energy of the reading is that you spent a period of time really struggling, dealing with a lot of hardcore emotions, things that you were not able to really get yourself out of. You felt a lot of kind of an entrapment in it for a while. You were also led to things in order to cope that were outside of yourself. Kind of like it was not your strongest moments, let's just say that. But what that tells me in the fact that it's in reverse is that you are now coming out of that. You are turning your back on the devil energy. You're turning on your back on what made you feel entrapped. You're feeling stronger and you're now pulling yourself out of it. In your present moment, you have the Page of Pentacles, and what that tells me is that you're starting a new endeavor, and it's in the beginning stages of it, and you're really focused on it. You see greatness in it, and your attention is completely taken from other things, and you are mainly focusing on developing and starting this out. What's crossing you is the Four of Wands. That's the happy family life. That is the ultimate happy family life. Everything's wonderful. Lovers are happy. Everyone's coming together. Everything is wonderful. But when I got this, it didn't quite understand why that would be a crossing card, because this is a wonderfully happy card. But what that tells me is that mixed with your other cards, that I pulled a clarifier on this one, and it says that you were confused by something that was keeping your mind trapped. It had a lot to do with that devil energy. You're kind of more or less confused about the what kind of kept you stuck. Even though it's no longer keeping you stuck, you kind of still have that trail end energy on it, and you're kind of coming out of the confusion, but you know, there's still those remnant feelings. It shows me here that in the distant past that you really kind of had a moment where you needed to take a stand. You really had a quick moment where you had to take a stand, make a decision, remain just make a move. And it was a quick one. It was full of like fire and intention and passion, and you were driven. You were just really driven and solid about it. It was something that happened that you had to make a decision on. That's what I'm seeing. In the not so distant past, after that decision, even though you were strong at the time, and I'm not sure if I even showed you this card. Did I show you this card? This is the King of Wands. Strong, powerful, decisive, taking action, quick action actually, but not questioning. You didn't question it. Not at the time, anyway. You knew what you were doing was right. You didn't necessarily feel like you wanted to, but you stood your ground. You made it happen. Then after all the residual, after all of the residual emotions and fiery passions and emotions kind of wore themselves down, the after effects you started dealing with. Your strength. This is the strength card. This is when you're feeling strong, powerful, good, trustworthy in yourself. This is where you're not feeling so strong. You kind of turn your back on strength. Not because you wanted to, but felt like it was kind of taken from you, and you were facing more of that devil energy we were talking about, where you felt like you kind of lost your own control of yourself for a little while. And you kind of really had to find yourself. You had to find your expansion. You had to find your abundance. And you had to find and discover yourself. And if you'll really notice these cards, they all have the higher power in them. This one is a little bit about fear of am I going to be abundant? What's going to happen? Uh-oh. But you had to find it anyway. And now, after a while, after in the past your strength was gone, you kind of got complacent for a little while because you know what? You really just needed to settle into those emotions and feel them. You were trying not to feel them, and all of a sudden they kind of just took you down. And you know what? That's okay. Sometimes, in order to get through the hardest part of it, you gotta feel it first. Feel it to its fullest. Allow yourself that time to be complacent and just... What is that saying where someone said, lean into the hard places of your life. Just lean into it, and that's what you were doing. In the immediate future, you know that the endeavor that you're planning on trying to go into, even though it's beginning stages, you know that there's going to be some sort of sense of competition. But you know what? For some reason, you're not feeling too threatened by it. I mean, you know there's a lot. You know there's a lot of competition. In fact, notice that volcano. I mean, you know that it's just not going to be so easy, but look at you. You kind of look a little fearless right there. And I think the reason for that is because you feel strongly that you will have that one thing that the other people will not. That will be your greatest gift. That will help you in your endeavor. The best possible outcome. Look at this. Could not get a better card. Could not get a better card. This is the world. This is the world in the upright. That's the best possible outcome. What a wonderful thing. That should bring you excitement right there. So, your situation on the outside, it means this is the death card, but this is the death card in the transformational stage. This means that you're coming out of the feeling of loss. You're coming out of it. You're transforming yourself. And the sun is the biggest part of that. Look how big that is. You're finally seeing the light after a very, very dark period of time. And you're on your way. The Eight of Pentacles in reversed. This is when your other outside influences is like you've been putting so much time and effort into diverting yourself from this past pain that you went through. I'm feeling pain in a lot of these cards, but I'm also feeling more strength now than pain. So what you did was you kind of dove into yourself, dove into focusing on your foundation, focusing on building your foundation and building your life and filling in the stability of it. And you focus so hard on it that you kind of let the rest of life go for a while. And so now you're kind of coming out of that now, slowly but surely coming out of that now. You kind of have your footing, a good footing on your new beginning, and that you're trying to create. I don't even know if you can see that. You're getting, slightly, more under your belt. In your hopes and fears. This is more of a hope I see. This is the Two of Swords in reverse. So what I'm seeing this is when the Two of Swords upright. This is when you're really struggling with a decision. Really, really struggling with a decision. When it comes out like this means, you know what, I'm not so much struggling with the decision. I kind of already know what it is I need. I know what it is I want. Not 100% solid in it, but you're getting there. And when it's like, because when it's like this tells me that you're coming out of being confused about it. That's what that tells me. And the end result? The end possibility. And I think I feel this from more than just one side. The end is the Ten of Cups. It's like you're reaching for that. You're reaching for your ultimate love. And I'm not just talking about love of partner. I'm talking about love of self, love of foundation, love of security, love of plentifulness, all the way around, just everything. That's what you're striving for. That's what you were hoping for. For right now, you're still focused on the foundation. You're still focused on, that could be the end result. The Ten of Cups is the ultimate love, family, happiness card. That's still there. But when it comes, because at some point, whatever you were struggling with before with this love interest that you had, that you were kind of confused about, your hopes were there. Your hopes were there for that union. And it's not to say that, there isn't a part of you that still kind of wants that there, but you kind of already made up your mind about it. Kind of been waiting a little too long. The sun's going down on this. It's getting dark. You've been waiting a little too long. So you made your decision, you're coming out of it, and you're taking action to swiftly not walk away, but this is how I see this. It's not like an Eight of Cups card, but it kind of feels that way to me. Eight of Cup card, it's like you're swiftly taking your love and putting it into some other endeavor, because you just kind of feel some rejection off of this. And I don't feel that this is just you. For some reason, most of this reading feels like your strength, what you're going through. This part right here feels to me like this was the hopes and dreams of the other person as well. But this person is sadly strolling away too. Neither one of you really want to have to do that. But there isn't any communication. I don't see any resolution. There's no really attempt to resolve it. I don't see that. So, and you're going to kind of go towards your passion. You're coming out of that rejection. You're going towards your passion, and you're going to try to fulfill your life on your own. Nine of Pentacles. It's like you may not have, everything you want, but you're certainly getting most all of what you want on your own, and you feel really good of it. Nine of Cups means you feel fulfilled. Almost 100%. There's just, that one little thing missing, but it doesn't feel to me like you have to have it. it feels to me like, it's a little bittersweet. But, you're alright. You're alright. You got a lot of irons in the fire. You got a lot that you're juggling right now anyways. It's not like you know that you can juggle more. So you're not really too sad about it right now. I mean, you are, but I'm just getting the feeling like you're getting over it. You're looking back at your investment. You put a lot into it. You did. You put a lot of hard work and effort and investment into it. And you know what? You feel a little sad that it feel like it's wasted, but you know what? It was not. There's no experience that we go through that ever truly is wasted. There's a saying that says, I never lose. I either win or I learn. And Capricorn, you won. You're winning. Either way you look at it. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.